A Simple Stroll by KMApok. He's walking purposefully. Of course he is. He's headed home. Of course he is. He's going to talk to his wife Beth about those texts he saw on her phone last night, after she went to sleep and forgot to lock her phone. Of course he is. Did I say talk? Sorry, meant to say stabbed to death. I fell in line behind him. Jacob walked at a brisk pace. He swallowed hard. Sweat ran down his brow. He kept reaching into his pocket. A folded knife, small, insignificant, but it would do the job. He'd thought about a gun, but knew if he bought one, it would be immediately apparent he was the killer. No, a small knife picked up at a convenience store would do it. I walked at a faster pace, my white waiter's uniform brushing around me. I fell in line with Jacob, walking at the same pace. I grabbed his shoulder. He was tense and turned towards me. I recoiled slightly, seeing the intensity in his face. "What?" he growled. I wanted to bolt, feeling the hatred in his stare. But my gift is new. I knew I had to see it through. I gulped, sweat burrowing on my own brow. I was nervous. Sometimes this worked, sometimes it didn't. Some gifts are curses. "Don't do it," I squeaked out. "What?" he said. I saw confusion creep into his eyes. "Don't kill her," I breathed hard. "It's not worth it." We stared at each other for a moment, eyes locked. He was stronger than me. He reached out, grabbing a fistful of my shirt. "What do you know?" He spit. He hissed. He almost seemed like a demon. I swallowed hard. I had to play dumb. It wouldn't work otherwise. People didn't believe in divine beings. They didn't believe angels came from on high to save them. So I had to pretend. "Look, mister, I don't know you, but I know if you go home now, you're going to do something terrible," I gasped. "But for your sake, just let her go," I croaked, finding it hard to breathe, his hand pulling my shirt tight. He stared intently at me for a minute. He took a deep, shuddering breath. I stared into his eyes, forcing my divine power into them. "Fine," he hissed, pushing me back. I stumbled. He turned directions, walking off. I caught my balance. I turned, walking away. As we parted, I smiled. I had accomplished my goal. My smile grew, and my eyes darkened. Sparing her increased his pain. As she realized she'd been caught, hers would begin. Young demons don't spread death. We spread despair.